Welcome to the Mulligan Menace. We've got a fun one today. This is a card I have been wanting to play for a long time since the set came out. Colorstorm Stallion. We are calling this one Genius Stallion. This is a version of one of the deck lists that I've found on MT. It was either MTG Decks or on untap.gg. And the whole idea with Colorstorm Stallion is you're trying to cast a 5 mana or more spell, and you get to create a token that's a copy of the Stallion. And the neat thing is we have ways in this deck to chain 5 mana spells together, so you get multiple tokens all in the same turn. And remember, this gets haste and it grows every time that you cast a spell. So the whole idea is this is kind of the cornerstone of the deck. It's a bit of a control-y build, but you have a lot of different things you're doing. It's different. Trust me, it's different than all the other control builds that you've been seeing. Doesn't have any of those pesky otters. Doesn't have any of those really janky cards that you've been seeing. The only card that you really see in here for the control-y version is mostly 3 steps ahead, and you only have 2 copies in there. But otherwise, it has a lot of fun, different cards that you probably haven't played with before. And let's get through it. We got 2 Into the Flood Maw. You're going to be using this to really bounce the early creatures to try to survive the early game. Opt, just a really cheap scry and draw spell. Helps you trigger some of your other creatures, such as your Unfinished Genius. We have Spell Pierce, just a nice cheap way to counter a spell. 3 steps ahead, great counter, but you also have that card draw ability on it. And you're going to really want to utilize that. Burst Lightning, we have 3 there just for removing those cheap creatures. A nice little board sweeper here with Fire Magic. A lot of people don't really expect this one to come, so this is a nice one. Flashback, just a single copy, but this thing can grab any of your sorcery cards or instant cards in your graveyard and play as it again. It's also cheap, which is really nice. And then you have Consult the Star Charts, just a single one in here for additional card draw. You do have Molten-Core Maestro. This is one of the new ones. 2 casting costs, 2/2, a Goblin Bard, Menace, and whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, put a +1/+1 counter on this creature. If 5 or more mana was spent to cast a spell, add an amount of red mana equal to this creature's power. You see all those one-off spells that we have, or I should say 1 casting cost spells. There's a lot of 2 casting cost instants and sorceries. This thing's going to grow, and it has Menace, which is fantastic. Plus, it has that sneaky ability to add a lot of mana there if you start casting big spells. Prismari Charm. This is a fantastic card from the new set. Blue and a red. You choose 2. Surveil 2, then draw a card. Or Prismari Charm deals 1 damage to each creature. Each of 1 or 2 targets, I should say. And then return target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. I'm using every single one of these abilities during the video, so very versatile card. We also have an Unfinished Genius here, 2 casting costs, 0/4. We do have 4 copies of this. The reason why this helps you grow. You're casting so many instants and sorceries that you're going to be creating a bunch of the treasure tokens. And that's just going to allow you to cast the larger spells earlier in the game. And it also has that neat, wild idea that you can cast for sorcery. Search your library for an instant or sorcery card, reveal it, put it in your hand, and then shuffle. You'll be able to find probably like a command or something like that, or even a Rapturous Moment. Then you have a single critique here. This is another new card. Just a great removal spell and a draw spell all in 1 card, which is fantastic. 4 stock ups, just your typical draw spell in blue. Tablet of Discovery. This is a neat one because this is a 3 casting cost artifact. It does tap for red, so you can ramp with this card, but also when it enters, it mills a card. A lot of times you're going to actually play this on like a turn 4 or 5, and this allows you to play a land off the top of your deck, which is really kind of neat because it's going to mill that top card, and if it's a land, you can just play it right then. Otherwise, it's really good to try to seek out some of the cards. It's a bummer when you hit stuff that you can't play. You know, if you hit a Stallion or something early on and you can't play it, that is a bummer. But you got to remember that this also taps for 3 mana or 2 red mana if it's an instant or sorcery spell. So it's going to help you cast that stuff. We do have the 4 Stallions, namesake of the deck, 3 casting cost, Ward 1, which is also a great ability, haste. And then we mentioned it that this gets +1/+1. And then if a 5 or more mana spell was cast, you create a token that's a copy of this creature. And then the big command here. This is fantastic. 5 casting cost. You get to choose 2. You create a token that's a copy of target elemental you control. Stallion just happens to be an elemental, so you're going to try to be targeting this, creating a duplicate. That means you get, because this is 5 casting cost, 2 copies of the Stallion. And that also means that this grows when you cast this. And then you can also target yourself to draw 2 cards, or deal 2 damage to each of your opponent's creatures, or have yourself create 2 treasure tokens. You can do all those things. But if you're really playing and having fun with this deck, we have Rapturous Moment here. For 6 mana, you can draw 3 cards, then discard 2, and add 5 mana, 2 blue and 3 red. And if you do that, you get to duplicate the Stallions. Now you have 2 on the board. You have 5 mana. If you happen to have a command in your hand, you can then duplicate a Stallion and then do the exact same thing again. And you have, what, 6 creatures, I think, at that point in time in the board? And they're all grown because you have all of this. You've been playing all these cards as well. So really great deck, fun. You're going to see that one of its main win cons is just people scooping because they know they're going to be dying to the Stallion real quick. Lands, islands, mountains, verges, canals, vents, storm-carved coasts, all that fun stuff. Yeah, let's switch that over to the new art. There we go. Very fun deck. If you could, subscribe to the channel, like the video, and comment below. I don't usually play too many control-y type builds, so this is something new. So comment below how you like it. I know sometimes it's frustrating to play against, but oh man, is this a fun one to play. All right, let's get into the video. All right, we go first. That's perfect. We do have the Stallion. I'm liking this. This one. The lands. Okay. Do that, followed by that. Drop this. Green. It's down. Artifact has to be instant or sorcery. I think we'll just cast Consult on their turn. Try to find the land. Not the greatest of lands. We can get this out. I don't think they're going to have anything to remove it with. Okay, Earthbend. They're playing pretty slow here, so I think we're going to be in good shape. We'll get multiple with the Ashling's command. Two. Create a token, and we will draw 2. Draw 2. Spell Pierce isn't so bad. All right, see what they do here. We're in really good shape. Sapling Nursery, we can honor that. Alright, GG. Alright. right, we go first. We'll try it. Need to get our 3 lands, but we'll hold off on the consult and we'll just stock up next turn, maybe. Black, white. We don't have a Stallion. We have 1 land in turn. Grab 1 land. Maybe a Fire Magic. Don't quite know what they're playing yet. If they go wide, the Fire Magic's going to be really good. Don't think it's going to matter for that. Probably should have went the other way. Okay, we're going to consult the stars here. They're probably an Ugin deck, actually. We're up to 5 mana. We can come out. Pass my turn. Let's do this actually. Get a land. Ew. We can do consult the star charts here. Do I just want to bounce that? Kinda do. Slow him down. We'll hold off on a consult. Opt. That's not bad. But I think we can find that. Especially with the consult the star charts. Spell Pierce. Get rid of that. Man, this deck is so versatile. Alright, GG. Alright, this one is interesting. We definitely need land. We can get this down, though. Yeah, we'll try this. Ooh. Get this down first. Could be in trouble here. We could be really aggro. This can only kill 1. Ooh. This just got a lot better. Do 1 damage to each of 2 targets. Nice little 2-for-1 there. Another one we can kill with that. Just get this out for now. We can charm next turn. We missed our land drops, unfortunately. Vanishing, okay. Down to 1 card. For the Flood Maw. Get this down. We're still so light on land. Jeez. Well, at least we can do... Man, we can't even really do that very good. We can do... Blood Maw. Bounce that. Oh, we should have bounced the bat. I guess it really doesn't matter if we're tapping this. Could also done that on their turn. We're just really trying to get something here. Got 2 Sanctifiers. For 1. On a land. We can... Four. Stock up. Get some land. First lightning's not bad. Then land. Go the burst lightning. They're only attacking you with the 1. Let's go after the Sanctifier, because the Prismari Charm can actually... Well, we could have used this to do the Surveil and Draw, but... Scry 1. Put the bomb. Ooh, another burst lightning. Stock up. Grab land. And we're not finding any really good cards either. Let's do the 2 damage to each creature, because that could be pretty good here. That's gonna gain life, unfortunately. Well, what we can do is this. Kill that before it gains life. Then we can do 2 damage to each of their creatures. I'm not sure why they're not attacking me with 2. Tablet. we're gonna do draw 2 cards. We're gonna draw 2, and then we're gonna do 2 damage to the creature they control. Activate. We got our Colorstorm. All right, GG. All right, we go first here. We do have a Colorstorm in our opening hand, which is pretty good. Take this out because we can spell Pierce here. If they got something going on here. Plus we got the Burst Lightning. Okay. Might as well use... Let's just bounce it. Slow them down as much as possible. This could be really good against their cards. And we just let that land. We'll burst this one. We'll see what we have going on, but that's okay. I think we'll get this out. Kind of setting the stage for the charm to do some damage. Okay. That's fine. I think we just gotta wait. Can always Prismari Charm and then tap the Sanar. But if they drop something, that's that's unfortunate. But we can just counter that. Okay, we can block that. And then we do that. We just get this out. We can do this and no, we can't do them both, can we? Let's just get this thing out. We can start doing some damage. Gonna be kind of sad because that Prismari Charm's not available, so they can get that out of our hand now. Yep. That's what they're waiting for. Because the charm can get rid of both its bats. Wow. That seems like a big mistake. Okay. I'm in a bit of a race here. Oh, that's pretty good. We have to sacrifice. Man, a lot of land. This is crazy. get this out. Burst that. Now we got a good blocker. See if he blows some more removal on this. Yep. Well, now we're finding our land. Yeah, they can do some damage here. Not as scary as I thought it would be. Got rid of our good card. All right. We'll kill that one. A little bit of a bummer, right? You can bounce the miner. Prismari Charm. We'll do this first. Opt. Oh, it's just a little too late here. We can return. Slowing them down a little bit. We really need to find some good cards here, though. I'm guessing they're sitting on. Ooh, that's pretty good. Should have waited. That was a screw up. It's an instant. Job select. 4-1. Okay, so we're going to do draw 2, 2 damage. So draw 2, 2 damage. Interesting. That was terrible. Probably keep landing her hand just for the... Oh, we'll always keep one, I guess. Another creature. Do this again. Draw 2. We're gonna hold on to the first light for now, just in case we need it in an emergency. Oh man, that's what they're holding on to. else they got? We're just top decking here. Yep, GG. All right. What goes first? We do have some cards here that we can try to play with. We need more blue, though, for the 3 steps. Over to the council. Okay. Flopped. I'll sit the bottom. Better. We could get this out. Stallion's not bad. Does come in tapped, which is unfortunate. You gotta be mindful that they could have sweepers. Be great if they were stuck on land, but I don't think they are. I think they're just slow playing. Yeah. Well, I think we gotta hold up the counter, unfortunately. That's a good one to counter. We can activate. And we do have the flashback as well. I think we'll hold it up. Counter. Try and get rid of all the good cards out of their hand. There ain't a whole lot you can do. You just trying to rope me at this point? You have a synthesizer in play, man. Wow. Wouldn't have expected this out of a synthesizer deck, but here we are, right? All because he got his cheaty card countered. Got his undies in a bunch. The chronic. Add him to the list, boys. Add him to the list. All right. Yes. And we'll tap this, create a treasure token. And my turn. Let's get this out. Prismari Charm. Return target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. That seems pretty good. And then this. Get this the stallion out while we're at it too. Activate that, get the treasure token. We are kind of giving them a chance here to really kind of go off, but we'll see. We didn't have a counter for synthesizer, so we just had to do what we did. We can do our wild ideas, which gets a duplicate of the stallion. We're gonna rope again. The chronic salt maker, or I should say salt. Taste the salt from the chronic. All right. GG to the roper. All right, opponent goes first. We'll try this one. It's gonna be a little rough, I think. Definitely need to draw land. Lead with the hide what we got going on here. Okay. Could have kept the spell. I don't think it's really needed. We can get a second 4 down, which would be nice. Otherwise, we can just get... Okay, killed that. We're going to get the center. I'm glad, actually, that we get that, because I want to keep this around. And we missed our land. He's really lucky he has life creeds, because those I can't kill him with the charm unless I get a second charm and 2 more mana. Road, okay. I mean, at least he's helping us. Let's stock up. We need to get the land. I'll do both of those. That way we can hold up counter spell and consult. Okay. Oh shoot, we have to discard. Spell Pierce was probably a better choice, actually. Teacher's Pets. That. Okay. Gauge what it is. Defense. We can get, if we can do 2 damage to everything, so let's do that. Draw 2 cards, 2 damage. We draw 2 damage to everything there. That kills everything on that side. They can bring this back, unfortunately. Okay.
I need answers.
That would have been a nice one.
Look, this will only
Have a
sting
counter
for a moment.
available for. can return it and hope. That they don't draw land. Okay, they hex that. You know what? Let's do this. Oh, we can't do that. Okay. We're good. Let's hope they don't draw land. See if they cast Professor. Oh, what a killer. That really sucks. I mean, we can Stallion. We do have Teacher's Pet.
My job is to
I think we're going to
teach.
Stallion Flood Bond
Is
their
to
turn on
learn.
our turn. And then attack that for 4. Interesting.
Some lessons are painful.
Ooh, that's really good. So we can Stallion. Blood Maw. We can opt. I don't want another one of those. And we can attack, kill the Professor. And if we get one of our 5-drop spells, we're kind of off to the races here. All right, GG. All right, opponent goes first. We'll try this one. A little bit of removal. We do have the moment if we can get our fun stuff. Yeah, we're going to get rid of that right away. We do have a critique as well as a Prismari. Okay, we can kill that with the Prismari. We'll see if he casts some other 1 toughness creature first. Nope. And now we got counter. Oh. We might be aggressive with counter magic because we want to drop the tablet. Well, we're definitely countering. 3 of these suckers. Give me land. Nice. We'll be able to kill that with the critique when it comes up. Creature. Let's get this down first. Now we can flashback a ball lightning. Maybe that's what we do. We drop this. Do this. Flashback. A burst lightning. I call it lightning. It's burst lightning. Is he gonna kill our creature? Yeah, it's unfortunate. Still do it. Okay. Just trying to find our good old horse. Plasma. Let's try this. And then we'll Sanar. Land. Oh, our horse is there. You know, we can do this without casting the horse. I mean, we have to cast the horse, right? Because of the unfortunately. They can't kill this. We got a really good turn next turn. Because we can Rapturous into Traumatic. Well, looks like they got it. Actually a pretty close game, which is a little surprising. Three, four. I want to keep mana open for us to do some fun stuff. Let's do that. Let's get this out. We can keep Burst Lightning out. Then we can also Wild Ride next turn if we want to. We've got plenty of mana to do so. GG. Oh man, what a fun list. This is not your typical Izzet control list that you see with all the prowess and the annoying otters and all those jank spells like that. Definitely way different with this list. Obviously the core with the Stallion. Man, I think there was only one time we even really did much damage with the Stallions. Otherwise, they either scooped or, you know, they just quit before we ever had a chance to even go after them with the Stallions. It's pretty funny how people just get infuriated by the deck when you just cancel one or two of their plays. They just want to give up and stop playing the game. Pretty interesting. Really fun deck to play. If you got the wild cards, it's worth it. It's definitely a fantastic, strong deck. There is quite a bit of wild cards in here, though. So obviously, if you don't like a control style variant, don't build this deck. But it is fun. It is a fun card. Really enjoying the command card as well. So many good options on this card. Same thing with the Prismari Charm. A lot of different options on the card. Just very versatile. 3 steps, very versatile. I like having cards that you can do different things with. Kind of makes your deck just to be feel a little bit more full and diverse. And really enjoyed it. If you could, subscribe to the video. Or subscribe to the channel, like the video. Comment below how you're liking some of these control-y decks here. I know they frustrate people, but I know there's people out there that love playing them. So comment below. I like hearing about that. Have a fantastic day.